it feels like the country as a whole has been living in the sunken place. You know, we can try and scream, but we can't. You know, it almost seems like impossible to sort of you know, break through.
Are you ready for this?
I'm back in the beat.
So look, I go do my research. Apparently, a whole bunch of brothers been missing in this suburb.
Jordan, first of all, congratulations on this super huge success.
Thank you.
The movie has been out for a few weeks, and everybody who watches it loves it and just can't get over how special it is. When you do a project like this, do you have a feeling? Like did you feel how big it would be?
I knew it was going to be big. At least that horror fans would like it. I thought maybe the African American audience would like it, and so between those two crowds, I thought it would be big. But it's been overwhelming, the response.
You directed it and you wrote it. How do you come up with such a crazy idea?
Oh, you got to have a sick, twisted mind. I don't know. I think we all have a little crazy going on in some way. I just kind of caught my particular type of crazy, and but yeah, you know, it took time, and it's kind of my sense of humor. And I said to myself, what's my favorite movie that doesn't exist yet? And I tried to write that.
Do they know I'm black?
Should they?
You might wanna, you know.
Mom and Dad, my black boyfriend will be coming up this weekend. I just don't want you to be shocked that he's a black man.
Can I ask you if you ever experienced something like this, like going into maybe a white girlfriend's home and not feeling welcomed?
You know, I've never not felt welcomed, but I've feared that I wouldn't feel welcome. And it's only happened a couple of times. But back in the day, I remember there was a girl who I went to her parents' house, and I was like, it was like in the movie. I was like, did you tell them I'm black? And she was like, no, why? And I was like, oh gosh. And then I got there, and it was very pleasant and they were very welcoming, and that scared me. I was like, why is there no problem? So that's kind of part of the inspiration for the movie, yeah.
If there's too many white people, I get nervous.
No.
I just wanted to make sure that we don't stop talking about race just because it's inconvenient or uncomfortable, and that I also, to be honest, there were many messages. It's hard to boil it down to one, but my biggest sense of gratitude with this is that people are talking about race in a way that they weren't, when I wrote it.
I have to talk about the ending with you without spoiling too much,
Okay.
but how did you decide to stop there? Because I was sitting there and was like, oh my God, it's going to stop now. I want to know what's happening next.
Oh, you wanted more.
I wanted more.
I wanted you to want more. That's the whole thing. Leave them wanting more. Yeah, I stopped when the story I set out to tell was over. There's also, something I love to use in a movie, or especially a horror, is the audience's imagination. Like, if you give the audiences the piece of the puzzle, they can finish what you've started. If you show them a little piece of a monster, they can imagine the rest of it. So to me, it's not completely necessary to feed, force feed the entire future after where it ends.
Sink into the floor.
Wait.
Sink.
Money is a terrible thing to waste.
The movie, of course, also talks about the political situation. How do you feel about the current situation right now here in your home country?
Pretty scared, pretty terrified, pretty frustrated. But it feels like the country as a whole has been living in the sunken place. You know, we can try and scream, but we can't. You know, it almost seems like impossible to sort of you know, break through. Mm-hmm. So, you know, pretty scared. But that being said, I have a greater sense of purpose of just continuing to give people a good time, give people an escape, but also make more movies that help that look at some of the uncomfortable truths about humanity.